Baby Archie likes to crash Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's Zoom calls. Archie's no stranger to climbing in front of the web camera and making little impromptu cameos, a royal reporter revealed. This is dropped by royal reporter Omid Scobie, the co-author of Finding Freedom, a recent biography of the Sussexes, recently revealed that little Archie has a cute habit of worming his way into his parents' conversations. Quote, I love discovering Harry and Meghan's daily Zoom calls with the various initiatives and people that they work with, and how Archie is no stranger to climbing in front of the web camera and making little impromptu cameos, Scobie said on his podcast, The AirPod. When? When exactly has this happened? Harry and Meghan just did the preschooler uh, thing where they planted forget-me-nots. They got a lot of backlash on that. They didn't bring Archie. These are preschoolers. What better place to bring Archie, a toddler, than to interact with other toddlers? Okay, but Archie's too good. He could get the bug, but these kids couldn't get the bug, even though their own parents, are not allowed in. Okay, then there's Gloria Steinem, and the dogs come in. Okay, babies and dogs. If babies or dogs walk onto the screen, they're the stars. She showcased the dogs with Gloria Steinem. Gloria Steinem didn't want to meet Archie for real. Ellen DeGeneres visited Archie in England, allegedly, and Portia de Rossi, her wife, when asked about it, said, that never happened. And then she says, oh, I just forgot. We did too many things. There were no pictures of Ellen DeGeneres meeting Archie. I have people commenting on the channel that Harry and Meghan act like two people who don't have a baby, who have no interaction with a baby. Okay, it's like Archie's not a part of their life at all. And I've never seen Archie crash a Zoom call. Not yet. So let's take a look at that. And I also want to take a look at, does Archie interact on a daily basis with Meghan? Or is he, sheltered away in another room with nannies who are, wearing a tens because they're about to be fired any second? So here's another one I want to cover. Meghan Markle outrage. Meghan's emotional reaction to Prince Harry losing his military titles. Meghan Markle felt outraged on behalf of her husband Harry following the decision to strip him of his honorary titles, with the new book Finding Freedom describing the move as so unnecessary. Harry, 35, is proud of his military past and served in the armed forces for 10 years. That's a big claim to fame of his. He rose to the ranks of Lieutenant Commander of the Royal Navy, Major of the British Army, and Squadron Leader of the Air Force, titles which he still holds as a veteran. However, all of the honorary military roles Harry was given as a working royal were taken away from him as part of his and Meghan's royal exit deal with the Queen. Harry actually was representing every branch of the armed force, and he was given these honorary titles. All of those were stripped away when he left the royal family. So, is Meghan Markle outraged that Harry has lost his military titles, or do I hear evil laughter? Okay, she crashed his life. She yanked him out of England. She yanked him out of the royal family. He lost all his titles. He's cut off from all his friends. She moved him to another country. In narcissist world, if she wins, everyone else loses, and the people closest to the narcissist lose the most. I also want to look at, does Prince Harry regret leaving the royal family, or is he still drinking the Kool-Aid? Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. So we have this puff piece where Archie is crashing the Zoom calls. Okay, well, here's a Zoom call. No Archie, Harry and Meghan. This is the one where Meghan is, look at her shoulder. She's literally pushing him out of the frame. That's that one. Here's another Zoom call. She's wearing the Cartier bracelet given to her by her previous husband, Trevor Engelson. and she wants acting roles. And this Cartier bracelet was given on her wedding day, the same day that she was given her wedding band, and it's, I don't know, $5, $10, $20,000. Why is she wearing that? She's married to Harry, last I checked. And no Archie. Okay, so here's a beautiful picture of Archie. Ellen visited Archie. His red hair contrasts very nicely with her blue blazer. This is my favorite picture of Archie. Here's Harry doing another Zoom call. Where the heck is he? Okay, A, no Archie. B, we think he was in London. Here's another Zoom call where Archie made no appearance. Okay, the dogs, Guy and Black Lab, what's his name? They crashed, okay, and dogs and children. So they crashed. You telling me that this famous lady, Gloria Steinem, didn't want to meet Archie? There's no evidence. Not only that Archie did not crash this Zoom call, but that Gloria Steinem did not meet him. Okay, here they are doing baby to baby. This is very recently. Baby to baby. Archie wasn't there. This is all about babies. I thought Archie was a baby. Okay, now you can argue that, well, you know, they want to protect Archie from the bug. I think these were both doubles. Definitely Harry was a double here. This looks a whole lot more Harry. He's like Harry. He's got the monkish bald spot showing. Here they're, you know, planting forget-me-nots on the anniversary of Diana's passing, and with preschool children. Who else is a preschool child? Archie. No Archie. So this is just Puff Daddy. We got Puff Daddy going on here, planting these stories because people were starting to whisper. It's like they don't have a child. Obviously, you know, Archie's not a part of their life. You never see Archie, so they're planting this story that, you know, Archie is just always around, always underfoot. You know, he's got a small motorcycle, and he rides it into their, you know, passes through their Zoom call. You know, I mean, come on. We never see Archie. That's the problem. So let's just do a mini about Archie crashing the Meghan and Harry Zoom calls. Has this ever happened? Does this happen? How come I've never seen it and all I do is watch their Zoom calls? I've watched every Zoom call they've ever done multiple times. Archie crashing the Zoom calls. Got here? Well, we've got a lot of secrets in the box. In the outcome, we've got official secrets and decision about official secrets, and the ruler committed to taking charge of it. So let's see, 15, 16, 29, 8 hearts, water into wine, transforming the situation. They're taking charge of this situation and transforming it. What do we have here in the middle? We have 4-leaf clover, woman, and blocked. 9 and 12, 21, 6 hearts. So the woman, Meghan, is taking this opportunity to deal with this blockage. How come we never see Archie? Oh, Archie loves to crash the Zoom calls. He's always crawling up into Meghan and Harry's lap and, you know, and gurgling and just taking over. When exactly? So they feel that they needed to react to this, planting the seed over the long haul, taking charge of it, of these secrets. So there's definitely a lot of spades, a lot of problems. They need to go forward into the future with an Archie. I think they replaced Archie. I think they they held a casting call and, found another Archie. Another thing that people are saying is, and it's all the same thread, gosh, we don't see Archie interacting with Harry and Meghan. They look uncomfortable when he's with them. So let's just ask about Meghan. Let's put Archie here and Meghan here. Does Meghan interact with Archie on a daily basis? Okay, like a mother would. Okay, and mothers and fathers, they're interacting with their children constantly. It's like the air you breathe. And they're interacting with them so much. The child and the children become the top priority, and you arrange your life around the needs of the children, bathing the children, feeding the children, making sure they don't, poke themselves in the eye with something sharp. You just arrange your whole life that way. And this is noticeably absent with Harry and Meghan. So does Archie interact with Meghan on a daily basis? Let's see. Archie. Meghan. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh dear. Some very telling cards. Archie, Meghan. And we have mirrors going on here. We have heart, and we have executioner. Is Meghan interacting with Archie on a daily basis? Earthquake. Tens are completion. This ended very badly, probably because of a lawyer. Executioner is cutting, a huge cutting card, because the executioner cuts off the head. 23, 28, 7 spades. Secrets and a really bad ending, probably because of a lawyer, and he's either out at the crossroads, the real Archie, and this is what I believe happened. Okay, the real Archie, the adopted Archie, the Archie from the surrogate with his DNA and her DNA, who was implanted into the surrogate who gestated Archie, she kept Archie, and he's out on the crossroads, and he's cut off from them. So Archie is cut off from Meghan. Is Meghan interacting with Archie daily? No, he's cut off from her. That's why they're putting out this fake news story. What's over here with Archie? Inheritance. This is this is like DNA, family card. He's with his family who love him, and that's his foundation, 15. And in his daily needs, 4 clubs are being taken care of by his family. So this could be the royal family, and some readers believe that the royal family is hanging on to Archie. Okay, but Meghan is cut off from Archie, executioner, and he's somewhere else. He's out on the crossroads. He's not with them. That's why we never see Archie. World and roses, 11, 3 clubs, 2 threes. So keeping a sweet face and acting, talking for the world. It's all about the sweet face. So Archie is definitely somewhere else. I believe the original Archie is with the surrogate. Others believe that the real Archie is with the royal family. I so far believe that he's with the surrogate. Okay, we have Meghan outraged that Harry has lost his titles. Okay, and when he announced that he was leaving the royal family with Meghan, Edward, you fool, he immediately had all of his military designations stripped away from him. And then he gave this speech and he said, this isn't what I wanted. We were kind of forced out. And that's when Meghan was in Canada and left Harry holding the bag and cleaning up the mess that she made. So is Meghan outraged that Harry has lost his military titles? Or do I hear the sound of evil laughter? Because this was the plan all along. She's just crashing his life. She's stripping everything away from him. And he's going to be living in a tent on Venice Beach, with syringes around the tent very soon. Empty syringes with this black tar-like material, oozing out of them, and people walk on the beautiful beach and they get stuck. They step on these filthy syringes. Oh my, what's happened to California? Okay, so is she outraged, or is this evil? The evil plan to separate Harry from everything that made him Harry. Well, there's the devil showing up. All right, is Meghan outraged, or is she happy? Because you do see this, women divorce men, and most divorces are initiated by the woman. I think like 80% of divorces are initiated by the woman against the man. And a lot of women, they are really vindictive, really rejoice. The man ends up homeless, he gets cancer, and then he dies and gets hit by a car, and they're like, ha 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 ha. That's kind of how she's acting. And they're still married. Okay, and in narcissist world, if the narcissist wins, everyone else loses. And the biggest loser in this case is going to be Harry, because he's the closest person. And once Harry's out of the picture, another loser could be Archie. Archie could be a big loser if he was with Meghan. He's not with Meghan. So let's see what's on the surface. Man, son, separated. The man is separated very publicly from his titles. 13, 14, 16, 4 spades. And it's over, baby. Stop crying. It's over. Okay, all your titles have been stripped away. So this just tells us that the titles have been stripped away and it's over. Stripped away from who? From Harry. Is she outraged, or is she kind of happy about it? Well, the devil's very malicious. The key is reacting and devil. Money and everything connected to all the people connected to everything. The key is reacting and the devil. Well, the devil showing up, it's kind of very publicly connected to reacting, committed to reacting. Unfortunately, I have an even number of cards, so I have 2 in the middle. So I'm not sure which to choose as the theme card. There is an element of vindictiveness here. But they left, it was a reaction. Meghan didn't feel comfortable. She wasn't getting her way. And she kept reacting with this 5 hearts. And she painted herself into a corner. She either needed to change and start being much more royal and a whole lot less SJW. Or she needed to leave. Okay, and she left and she took Harry with her. So not only did she not change, she went all the way. She put all her chips in the middle and to, be the woke duchess. Okay, and there is definitely an element of vindictiveness. So it's more about reacting, but it's purely selfish. Everything is about Meghan. She wasn't thinking about Harry at all. If it detracts from Meghan for Harry to lose his titles, then she is upset about it because it's all about Meghan. Okay, but if it makes her look more powerful and in charge, which she is absolutely in charge, she wears the pants, she leads him around by the nose now. He's nobody. He's become nobody. So does Harry regret leaving the royal family? Okay, is he finally waking up? Because I've seen signs that he's waking up, that we're going to see very soon an announcement of separation. But I'm also seeing they've cobbled the money together with Netflix, with the Harry Walker Agency speaking deals, and with the Spotify. They've really put the money together. So this is a viable plan for them to leave the royal family and to maintain their lifestyle. It's now a viable plan. So does Harry regret leaving? Is he like, oh no, what have I done? angel can be Archie, but Archie's not with Meghan. So acting as an angel in the transformation, let's see, 23, very cleverly, he's keeping his eyes open and he's acting as an angel and he's transforming himself. That's what we have on the surface. And Fox is a great business card. So he seems, on the surface, he seems to be totally with the program. Karmic shift, big change in his direction in life and his rooting. 13, 4 hearts. This says he's on board. This says he's on board. But we do have a deception card. So Harry is on board with the new life, and the new life, monetarily, which is a big deal, is working out for them. Okay, these deals that they've made, they can keep up their huge billionaire kind of lifestyle. They can keep this up. They can swing with the big dogs here in Hollywood. So he is making these changes for real, and he's being an angel about it, but he's cleverly watching with narrowed eyes. Plus the fox has red hair, he has red hair. He's watching, he's maintaining a little bit of skepticism, which good. So I asked, did he regret it? He's fully throwing himself into this transformation at this time. So I'm not seeing a lot of regret at this time, which is a shame. Okay, so do we have Archie crashing Zoom calls? Because we never see him crashing Zoom calls. We never see him at all. Definitely not. Meghan is just responding to the news stream, planting a story, because to go forward over the long term, people need to believe there is an Archie. There's all kinds of spades here. This is an official narrative, and they're keeping these secrets in the box, and they're taking control of the narrative. So they're just maintaining their control of the Archie narrative. Is Meghan and are Archie and Meghan interacting on the daily basis? No, Meghan doesn't have Archie. He's somewhere else. Archie is with his natural family. This could be the royal family. I think it's the surrogate. This is going to come up later, and we're going to figure it out eventually. But so far, the cards that I've thrown, I interpret Archie as being physically with the surrogate. The surrogate wouldn't give him up. And this executioner would say that. But definitely, the real Archie is not with Meghan. He's not in California. He's not with Meghan. If we're going to start seeing another Archie, it's going to be a new Archie. It's going to be a child trafficked Archie. They found another Archie. They cast him. And that's why we're not seeing Archie, because children change very quickly. And a year from now, you know, and there's pictures of everything. If they were any other family, they could just show up with a new Archie with even a different hair color and present him as Archie. And no one would question, because they wouldn't have this historical record of all of these photos of Archie, and people wouldn't be comparing and looking at the ear signature and stuff like that. So this is just showing the world a pretty face. So they don't actually have Archie. Okay, so this is all just lipstick on a pig. They're just showing you telling you what they want you to believe. Is Meghan outraged that Harry has lost his military titles? Well, this is Harry losing his military titles. It's purely selfish with Meghan. The key is that it's just purely selfish with Meghan. If it negatively impacts Meghan that Harry has lost his military titles, then she cares. Otherwise, she couldn't care less. It's a win in her column. Does Harry regret leaving the royal family? He's an angel here. He's throwing himself completely into this. I don't understand how he, as a royal who has everything, I don't understand how he can go along with this deception of Archie, which is such a big deal. And if and when that comes out, this house of cards is coming crashing down. Okay, and people don't believe readers enough to believe that Archie is not there. So that's what I see. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, The Magi Method. Find the book worldwide on Amazon and Kindle and paperback versions. Find the full color card deck used here on Etsy/Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Wow, it's crooked.